So hello guys, today we are going to do a leetcode question that goes by the name valid palindrome. It's a easy level question. The question number is 125. Okay, so the question title very much says about what we have to check. Okay, what is the question title saying? Valid palindrome. So we have to check whether a string or anything is a valid palindrome or not. Okay, this is what the title is something about. This is what the title is something about. Okay, let us first try to read the problem statement, know what a palindrome is, how a palindrome is formed. Okay, so we'll just first try to read the problem statement and then we'll go on to the solution. Okay, so so let us try to read the problem statement first. A phrase is a palindrome if, after converting all uppercase letters into lowercase letters and removing all non-alphanumeric characters, it reads the same forward and backward. Alphanumeric characters includes letters and numbers. Okay, so it is saying that your string is consisting of alphanumeric and non-alphanumeric characters. Okay, but what is alphanumeric? If you just break down the word alphanumeric, we'll get to know that it is made up of two words, alpha and then numeric. So what does alpha means? Alpha can be derived as alphabet and numeric means numbers. Okay, numbers. And what are the alphabets that can be present with us? Either it can be small a to z, or it can be bigger like uppercase a to z, or numbers can be from 0 to 9. 0 to 9. But not talking about the duplication here, like 1 1 1 2 3. Consider this as a number like 11,123, but it consists of also numbers, like numbers from each digit contains numbers from 0 to 9. So this is the this is what the numbers would contain from 0 to 9. Okay, so what the string can contain? The string can only contain alphabets and numbers. Okay, and what is a non-alphanumeric string? Non-alphanumeric string means all the things non-alphabet numeric or alphanumeric, whatever you can say. Okay, so what does it contain? Like any other thing, like symbols, like comma, semicolon, colon, anything that is not in like this, like not a lowercase letter, not a uppercase character, and not a number. So all the things remaining come under my non-alphanumeric characters. Okay, so what I have to do is, given a string s, return true if it is a palindrome or false otherwise. Okay, but what I have to do in this is, basically I have to just convert the string into all the lowercase letters, and I have to eliminate all the non-alphanumeric. Like in the string, what are my non-alphanumeric characters? Basically this comma, this colon, these are all my non-alphanumeric characters. What I have to do is, I have to just remove them, I have to eliminate all of them, and I have to also, like, this is the uppercase letter, right? We have to convert it into lowercase letter, and the string I'll have to check whether it is a palindrome or not. Okay, so first we'll try to get to the thing that we want to do. Okay, like get to the string that we want to check. Okay, so how can we check? Then I'll tell you what a palindrome is, because if we don't get the string, how can we check whether it is a palindrome or not? Okay, so basically what I have to eliminate, I'll just write what I have to eliminate. Eliminate all the non-alphanumeric characters. Okay, non-alphanumeric characters. Okay, so I'll make a new string str. Okay, I'll make a new string str, and I'll push all the valid characters into it. My str would contain all the valid characters. Okay, makes sense. So I'll just iterate over my s. S is my given string. Okay, I'll iterate over my s. And what are the characters that are valid? What are the characters can be valid? A to z is valid. Capital A to z is valid. And 0 to 9 is valid. 0 to 9 is valid. Else all invalid. Or else all invalid. So I'll just write this condition that you have in front of you. Okay, A to Z is valid, lowercase a to z is valid, uppercase a to z is valid, 0 to 9 is valid, else everything is invalid. So whenever I get any of these, I'll push it into my str, else I'll just continue. I'll not push it. Okay. So what is my condition? Basically for checking whether it is in the range, what is in the range, okay, like it is from A to Z, or it is from upper A to Z, or from 0 to 9. Basically we are given some standard. What is the standard? Basically the SKI values. What are the SKI values? That all the symbols, all the characters, or everything like alphanumeric, numeric, alphanumeric and non-alphanumeric, everything is given in this SKI table. Every character, every symbol is given a number that is universal, that can be used anywhere. Okay, so my lowercase letters are given an alphanumeric character, are given an alphanumeric character basically from are given an alphanumeric character. Where is the alpha? Okay, I'll just check with a different table. Alphanumeric, sorry, SKI table. SKI table. This is my SKI table. Okay, so as I can see, what are my alphabet values? What are the numbers that are allocated to my alphabets? So if you will carefully observe, my 65 is my A, 65 is my capital A, and it ends at 90. It's end at 90. So now I know what is my alphanumeric characters uppercase range. Basically, capital A to Z, capital A to Z lies from 65 to 90 inclusive, inclusive. And what is my lowercase characters lies? Lowercase characters lies between, yes, 97, this 97C, 97A, and where till where it is going? 122. Okay, so from 97 to 122 is my SKI character value, and this I can use as it is, or I can use the alphanumeric characters for this also. Like 1 to 9 is from 48 to 57 basically, 48 to 57. Okay, so it is from 48 to 57. Everything is inclusive. Okay, inclusive. Like 48 and 57 are also included. Okay, so what I have to check is if my character is basically in this range from A to Z, from A to Z, from 97 to 122. What I have to do, if my alphanumeric character is from 97 to 122, what I'll have to do is I'll simply push it because it is a alphanumeric character. I'll just push it into my string. Okay, okay, else if okay, now I have been done with the lowercase letters. I have done with the lowercase letters. Now I'll come to the uppercase letters. Okay, what I have to check? Uppercase letters SKI values. So my uppercase letter SKI values lie between 65 to 90, 65 to 90. So if they lie between 65 and 90, 65 and 90, what I'll do is, will I simply push it? No. It is given our question that after converting all uppercase letter into lowercase letters. So what I'll do is, I'll convert all the uppercase letters into the lowercase letters. And how can I do that? Basically, if you just check the range of uppercase letters and the lowercase letters, so the uppercase letters start from 65 to 90. Okay, 65 to 90, and the lowercase start from 97 to 122. 97 to 122. Okay, so what I can clearly observe is from capital A to Z is this range, capital A to Z is this range, and lowercase is this. So if I just consider the difference between them, it is basically 97 minus 65, that is equal to 32. So all the characters from A to Z, and from A to Z, capital A to Z, will have a difference of 32, because the characters are going to be 26 only. And if this has a difference of 32, that means every character, this 66 and 98, 67 and 99. Okay, so everything is gonna have a difference of 32. So how I can simply convert the 65 into 97? Yes, basically adding 32 to it. Okay, and then I'll push my string, then I'll push my character. Okay, now I'm done with all the alphabets, lowercase as well as uppercase. What I have to check? I have to check for the numbers. Else if my IT lies between 48 and 57 and 57 and 57, 48 to 57, what I'll do is I'll simply push it. I'll simply push it. Okay, I'll simply push it. Else, if there is any non-alphanumeric character, I'll simply ignore. That is, I'll continue. Okay, so now I'll get my string. I'll get my string. If you carefully observe, I'll get my string. Basically, I'll just try to print. Okay, I'll try to print what I'll get after performing all the operations. I'll try to show you. Okay, so see, in this we are done with, we have eliminated every space, we have eliminated every column. Okay, we have eliminated every column. Okay, so this a capital A is converted to small a, this capital P is converted to small p. Now we have a string. Now we have a string that we have to check whether it is a palindrome or not. Okay, so we are halfway through the question. Now we have to just check whether it is a palindrome or not. Okay, but where you are saying that palindrome, what is a palindrome? What is a palindrome? Now I'll tell you what is a palindrome, because like see, you will have to get a string to get the answer right. If you don't have the string, how you calculate the answer? So we are halfway done through. Halfway done through. We have calculated till now. We have got the string. We have to check the palindrome one. Okay. Now I'll tell what is a palindrome. How is a string called a palindrome? Okay, so suppose you are given a word, suppose you are given a word like a b c b a b c b a. This is what you are given. Okay, this is what you are given. So if I just read it from the and I'll take it reverse, like if I'll see all the characters from the start and the end are same, from the start and the end are same, or I can say that if I just reverse it, the characters are still in the same order, like it reads the same abcba. And if I just reverse it, like the last character comes at the first position, the second last comes at the second, third last comes at the third, fourth last comes at the fourth, and this comes at the last position, first comes at the last position. So this is the reverse of the string. Still it is right as the same. This is the original string and this is the reverse. So what I can say is when the string reads the same forward and backward, when the string reads the same forward and backward, it is known as a palindrome. Suppose you are given a name like Nupun. I know it sounds like a weird. I know it sounds weird. This name sounds weird, but Nupun. Okay, so if I just see Nupun, reversed is also Nupun, because if I just try to read it from the end, N U P, okay, P U, okay, N, okay, N. So it is the same. Like if the string is reversed, if its string is read from forward, it is still open, and if it is read from backward, it is still open. Okay, it is still open. So what I can just say is string that reads forwards and backwards the same, is known as a palindromic string. Is known as a palindromic string. Is known as a palindromic string. Okay. Okay. So this I can conclude if I'll just take this. If I have a single character or two characters. Okay. So if I have a single character, like it is obviously a palindrome, right? It is obviously a palindrome because it reads the same from the start as well as the end. Okay, this is the start and this is the end, and if I try to reverse it, it still remains R. Okay, so it is a palindrome. It is a palindrome. Okay, so now as you know what is a palindrome, now we'll just see how to check whether a string is a palindrome or not. Okay, now how to check? How to check? Okay, how to check? So suppose we are given with a string, basically ma'am, okay, or madam. I'll take madam. Okay, how we can see if it is a palindrome or not? how we can see whether it is a palindrome or not. If I just try to reverse the string, what I said is the definition of a string, the string that reads the same forward and backward. Forward and backward, the string reads the same. Okay. So what I can simply say is, I can simply reverse the string. Okay. My last character becomes my first. MADAM. Okay. If you don't know how to reverse a string, you can just watch down my video. I'll just attach the link. Okay. So this is how you reverse a string. So this was the original string. And this is the reverse string. Okay. This is the reverse string. Okay. So as you know, a palindrome reads the same forward and backward. So what I can check is if my reverse of string equals the original string, that means it reads the same forward and backward. Okay, because like the last character would become the first, the second last would become the second, third last would become the third. Okay, so like this the whole string would be reversed. So as it follows the definition of a palindrome, this is the basic thing that we can do. Okay, I can simply store it in a variable. String variable basically, in which this reverse version would be there, and I would have the original string, and what I can simply return is I can simply compare them. If this contains my reverse string and this contains my original string, I can simply return it. Okay, I can simply return it. So this is the first way of checking whether a string is a palindrome or not. Okay, checking whether it's a palindrome or not. Okay. Now what is the second way? Palindrome or not? Second way. Okay. If I take the same example, madam. Okay. Now what I'm saying is I'm just comparing. If I'm comparing the first and the last values. Okay. Like I am comparing the first value with the last value, second value with the second last value, the third value with the third last value. So what I'm comparing is, if I see, I'm comparing the ith value with the n minus I plus 1th value. Okay, n minus 1 plus nth value. Basically, if I get the indexes, I am comparing 0 with 4, 1 with 3, 2 with 2. Okay, 2 with 2. So this is what I am doing. Okay, and my string length is 5. So 5 minus 0 plus 1. Okay. Basically my pointer would be here. Okay. And I'll do with n minus I. Okay, n minus I. And I can do this till this point, till the middle index, because I don't have to check it for the whole string. Basically, if it contains something like this, ABC, CBA, I can place one of my pointer at the start and one pointer at the last. Okay, and I can simply move the pointers, this pointer forward and this pointer backwards, and for each index I can check whether these values are equal, and if they are not equal at any point, that means that this is not a palindrome. Okay, so this is what I have to do. I'll just simply take a pointer. I'll take this example ABCCBA. Okay, this is an even length string. Okay, what I'll do is I'll simply take one pointer here and one pointer here, and I'll move the ith pointer forward and the jth pointer backwards. Okay, and for every index I'll check whether the character at the particular index are equal or not. Okay, so I'll compare this ith value with the jth value. Are they equal? Yes. Okay, I'll move forward. I'll come to this index. My I comes here, my j comes here. Okay, are they equal? Yes, they are equal. Okay. I can move forward. I can make my I pointer forward and j pointer backward. Okay, are they equal? Are they equal? Yes, they are still equal. Okay, my j pointer moves backward, my I pointers move forward. So do I have to check now? Do I have to check now? As I can see, my j has already surpassed my I. Okay, my j has already surpassed my I. That is, j is less than I now. J is less than I. So this is when I stop. This is when I stop. Because I don't have to check again. This is when I stop. I don't have to check again. Okay, as I've already compared half the string and half the string here, so there is nothing to be compared again, right? There is nothing to be compared again, because if A is already compared with A, I will not compare it again, right? I'll not compare it again because I know that they're equal. Okay, so if the condition fails at any time, I'll simply return 0, else I'll return 1, else I will return 1. Okay, it is as simple as it looks. I'll check for a condition, that is, I'll check for a string that is not a palindrome. Okay, suppose I take this example, a b c d a. Okay, so I'll make my pointer point to here, and make my j pointer point to here. Okay, and I'll move my I forward, j backwards. Okay, I'll check whether these are equal. Yes, a is equal to a. Okay, I'll move my I forward, Okay, I'll move my j backwards. Okay, so are b and d equal? No, no. Okay, so this is what is when I'll just come out of my iteration. I'll simply return 0. Okay, okay, okay. What if it was equal? What is if it was equal? So my j and I would be coming at this place in the middle. Okay, and for the next index, my I would come here and my j would come here. So the ending condition remains same, that when my j is greater than I, when my j is less than I. Okay, basically this condition, when my j is less than I, then I'll simply stop my iteration. And I'll return true at last, because if I've successfully iterated through the whole array without finding any fault, or any dissimilarity between the string, I can simply return true. Okay, so I'll just try to code it. My first pointer would be pointing at the first place, and my last pointer, starting pointer, would be at the 0th position. Ending pointer would be at str.length -1, that the last position. Okay, till my s is less than equal to e, I'll simply check if my if my str of s not equal to str of e, I'll simply return false. Else, if the iteration ends successfully, I'll return true for this case. And at each iteration, I'll simply move my s forward and end backwards. Okay, I'll simply try to submit. Okay, I and s are already included, so I'll make it s1. S is already being used. Okay, okay, I'll try to submit. Okay, so as we can see, what I first did, we were given string. I just basically converted according to the conditions that were given, converted into a string that we have to check whether it is a palindrome or not, and then we checked. Okay, so this is the final string that will be checked that it is a palindrome or not. Okay, so how we have to check a palindrome? Basically, if a string reads the same forward and backward, so it is known as a palindrome. We read the first technique where we can simply reverse the string and check the reverse as well as the original string. If they are equal, I'll simply return true, else I'll return false. Okay, okay. And what is the second case that we discussed? Basically, I can start from the start and from the end, and I'll make my starting pointer forward and move my end pointer backwards. Okay, and if I find any dissimilarity, that means the starting index character and the ending index character are not equal. So if they are not equal, that is they are not following the palindrome condition. So my loop would be stop here, and I'll return false. Else at the end I'll return true. Okay, So what is the time complexity? Basically, for doing the operation of converting string, we are basically using of n time. Okay, and for the reversal and for the palindrome checking, we are also taking of n. So the time complexity is somewhere between O of 2 into n. Okay, and what is my space complexity? Am I using an extra space? Basically, yes, I'm just storing it into a string, an extra string. Okay, so we can say that I am using O of n, but this is the string that is to be returned. Okay, this was the overall solution to the question valid palindrome. Okay, if you have any doubts, you can just ping it down in the comments. And if you like the solution, do like, share, subscribe. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.